Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Are you investing your life savings into provident funds? If so, you perhaps should really be worried. After the IL&FS crisis, we saw mutual funds selling off a lot of IL&FS bonds. However, we don't know what happened to provident funds. Is your exempt trust fund, that is the provident fund that is being run by your company, still holding on to IL&FS paper? What is the portfolio that you have? How much are your life savings? Do you know the net asset value of your provident fund at any point of time? Why is it that we are demanding that from mutual funds but not from the provident fund system? We have a very large unregulated system. The way trust funds invest their employees' provident fund is that after putting aside about 1/4 of the salary every month of the employee, the money is invested in securities according to government guidelines. The government, for example, says that you have to invest this money in AAA rated bonds or government bonds or put the money in fixed deposits. While these guidelines do exist, but there is nobody who checks if they are being followed or not. If you try to compare the disclosures that are there compared to, say, mutual funds who are asked to disclose to their employees almost every day, they are supposed to give their portfolio whenever the employees want to see it. They are supposed to disclose the net present value or the net asset value, the NAV of the portfolio. In contrast to that, exempt funds don't really tell you where the money is being invested. Most of you most probably don't know what is the value of your provident fund today. You don't know what happens when something like the IL&FS crisis occurs, where a company has defaulted and your provident fund was holding bonds of that company. Recently, the EPFO, after a story in ThePrint that pointed this out, had issued a circular to exempt funds asking them to report how much of IL&FS paper they were holding. In general, this might be in the range of 15,000 to 20,000 crores. EPFO itself is holding a very small amount of barely about 574 crores of this paper. So the bulk of IL&FS bonds that were being held by pension and provident funds were being held by exempt funds. This system needs a reform. What should really be done? First, employees should be told at any point of time that they wish to know what the investment portfolio of their provident fund is. Second, they should be given monthly statements. Third, they should be told the net asset value of their portfolio. Either all these disclosures need to be put in place, and on top of all that, somebody, perhaps the EPFO, needs to supervise if this is being done and if guidelines being issued by the government for investment of provident funds are being followed. Either all that gets done, or really maybe the best thing is to shut down this scheme of unregulated, unsupervised exempt funds which are really putting employees' money at risk. The IL&FS crisis certainly brought to light this issue, and the government now needs to look at the whole system of provident funds and its investment. It also needs to see if it should be giving tax benefits. ATC is given, it's a tax benefit for investing money in these provident funds. It should, along with that, look at the system of credit ratings, because a lot of the time many companies like IL&FS manage to create an impression that they were government companies and they remain AAA rated for a very long time. Unless this whole system is reviewed and reformed, our money is at risk. This is Ilanomics. I'll be back with another episode of Ilanomics at ThePrint. Keep watching.